Hey, Pascal here, nice to see you again, and today I tell you how to arrange your clips in the timeline so that it actually creates a story, or at least it makes sense so that it's a bit more pleasing for your viewers to watch your video. And I'm in Battambang now. This is in Cambodia, and we're going to hike a temple. Actually, right now my group is already leaving, and it's 365 stairs that we go up now, so the view must be amazing. So let's get some drone shots first and some shots of the people, and then I can tell you more about how to arrange your clips. So, it was actually a hard day, not much time for vlogging, and we're right now on top of a mountain here and watch the sunrise. It was great, but let's talk about how to arrange a shot for storytelling. So, not just storytelling actually, also sometimes it just looks good how you transition between the shots, and I don't mean real transitions with that, to make it more clear. And so the first thing, you can basically do three things. So you can either arrange the clips by story, so you divide your video in different scenes, and then you arrange these clips within the scene so that it makes sense. The other thing is that you arrange your clips by meaning or by the topic of the clips. For example, a couple of clips of temples, then a couple of clips birds flying, a couple of clips ocean, a couple of clips boats driving, whatever. You can arrange that together by the topic. That fits really good in travel videos usually. And the third option is that you arrange it by movement. So for example, one shot you have birds flying from the right to the left, then cars are driving from the right to the left, then people are maybe running from the right to the left. So in that case you always have fast movements from the right to the left. So that's actually pretty easy. And so how do you actually do it? Just need to get my flip-flops on. Yep. So you do it simply. You need, when you already shoot the clips, you need to ask yourself a bit about what is the scene about, if you can do it, and how every single clip will impact the shot. So for example, sometimes we already talked a little bit about that yesterday. Sometimes you want to show the viewer directly what's going on there, and it's maybe more of a dialogue between people or so on. Sometimes you also maybe want to reveal something. So what I usually like to do really is to get some close-up shots of people. So for example, I first show the hand of someone like touching a tree or something while walking through the jungle. Then I show some feet going through the jungle, maybe walking through the water or so on. And then I finally reveal the shot, maybe some people really walking through the jungle and then standing in front of a waterfall or whatever, so that it automatically creates a story, you know what I mean? Sometimes you probably don't know how to arrange your clips simply because you probably didn't shoot them by yourself, or you didn't have the time when you were traveling to think about how you want to arrange them later. And in that case, I mean, I cannot really give you a tip for like every situation, but in general, try to either show something completely and then go deeper, like to close-up shots, so that you show a bit more of the scene, like what is someone doing there. Maybe you first show a beach, and after that you show what people are doing at the beach, or you do it exactly the opposite. So you first start with close-up shots to make the people curious, and then you present the whole picture so that people can see completely what the guy is doing there or whatever. So yeah, that's like the basic tips like for every situation, of course. It's just not possible. And apart from that, I also mentioned before those that you can arrange the clips by the topic, or you can arrange it by motion, and that's usually pretty good when you want to switch from one scene to the other. I did that actually in my 2018 recap video a lot. So when I started with the jobs, for example, so I first showed those workers on Mount Aegean. This is one of the hardest jobs in the world, and then I switched very subtle to some rice field workers. It's also probably not the easiest job, but it's a lot more beautiful there, in a very beautiful nature there. The sun is shining, the rice fields look nice and so on, so it feels a bit different, but the topic is still the same. I'm switching from this volcano landscape to the rice fields, but it's still people working there. So I keep the same topic, but I switch the scenery, and then later I switch again, not the topic in that case, but I switch to another scenery, which is some shots of Vietnam and so on, some more green stuff. And in that case, it already makes a lot more sense than when you switch from one scene to the other, by always keeping one part that was in the video before in the next video. And the third thing, like mentioned before, this is by motion. And motion, really, you use it mostly for making like real transition, when you do a bit speed ramping or so on. Because when you have the same motion in two shots, and maybe even also like the same topic, let's say two clips where birds flying in both clips, and you do some speed ramping or so on, and in the same direction, then it always looks very good, and it gives those great transitions automatically that everyone likes right now. And this completely without plugins. It's really easy to do because it's just speed ramping at the end. But of course it also looks nice if you just make some faster cutting, and it's also the same movement in the same direction. For example, if you have like 5 clips that are very fast forward movement, or like some zooming shots or whatever, drone shots flying forward, and you arrange them together like 5 frames per clip or so, then it's pretty quick, and it's very hard for the eye to see the movement between the clips. So in that case, it looks really pleasing to the eye, and you cannot really follow the single clip anymore, so it distracts a little bit. So I wouldn't use it in that case when you want to tell a story with one single clip, because the viewer probably wouldn't recognize it. But it looks very nice also when you want to transition between some scenes. So just a little tip here, it's not really storytelling anymore, but also want to mention that here. And that was it actually for today. The sun goes down soon, and we're at the place now where 2 million bats will fly in the night. So that could be really nice, but we need to go down fast now to see the bats, and I hope we make it before sunset. If we see them, then you will see the footage after I talk. So keep watching, and yeah, definitely don't forget to hit the subscribe and notifications button, because I'm doing the 30-day challenge right now, and tomorrow we're doing another video. So see you tomorrow.